Hello, all you distance learning educators out there. Last week, Dina asked for some distance learning wins, and you delivered. Melissa Buck sent in her great distance learning win. She's a deaf, hard of hearing teacher from the co-op. She's doing distance learning sessions with her middle school student using Google Calendar to engage students in learning about how to self-advocate for hearing loss. Melissa, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so one of the goals on many of my students' IEPs is what kind of skills do they need to advocate for themselves, letting their teachers know what they need in the classroom and things like that. So that's what.
So you normally would meet with those students in the classes back before this distance learning?
Correct, yeah. We'd meet, face to face, create a Google Slides all about their, disability and their hearing loss. And then we'd also talk about what things are they doing in the classroom for them to better hear.
Okay. So now you're using Google Calendar to connect with them. Is this working for you right now? Is it working?
So far, so good. Yeah, it's something I tried for more of those really independent kids that can kind of that are self-starters, can do things on their own. And it was a little bit of a shift, but I like it. Okay,
so you have one middle school student or a couple that are working well. Can you show us a little bit how that's working on your Google Calendar? I'm going to change the screen. Can you share your screen with me so I can see what you're doing?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Okay, so a couple clicks.
There we go. I think I'm seeing it now. Thank you for sharing that. We're in Google Meet right now. I love this feature that you can show me your screen. All right.
So this is my calendar. So I just created one just for the sake of this. So you are acting as my student today.
Oh, yeah.
So
I actually got an email once you added, and I saw it on my Google Calendar. So thank you. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, so that would be the same for the student. Once I set this up and invite them, they would get the same thing in email. And they would also show up on their calendar if they're using Google Calendar.
Cool.
So what I did was I just created a Google Calendar invite and put some instructions in the notes section. And what I also did is I created in the Google Meet, just like we're recording now, I recorded a session. And after I was done recording some of the instructions, it popped up right here on the Google invite. So my student could go right to this. And it even says it first, watch the attached video for a quick instruction.
Oh, wow. Can we see a little bit of that video? Like when you click it, it actually would bring it up, but you have it pulled up already. Okay.
Yep. So this is kind of a little bit of what it is. Let's see if it will do it. Oh, gotta love technology.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's gonna stay calm. I like this. Okay. Oh, maybe it's gonna go. So you basically made a screencast for them. They can go back and listen to it. You explained all the directions, things they're supposed to do. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Let's see if this one works. If I can
put it in. Okay. You click it and then it brings it up. Okay.
You saw that I shared with you the Google Calendar invite. And obviously you went in here to kind of see your instructions and you found this video. It doesn't show up here. All that right.
I see what you're saying. Okay. So your screen over there is what the student will see, is you and the calendar. Wow. Very cool. Okay. Can you bring us back to your Google Calendar now?
Yeah. So that was pretty powerful for students like me like mine that need kind of just a little bit more visuals. They are able to see my face and kind of what I'm doing on the screen. I really like it.
Did you say your student already responded and said he liked it or something?
Not this particular student that I showed today, but another one. Yeah. He really liked it.
He was able to find it pretty easy using Google Calendar or the email.
Yeah. In fact, actually, he did it. He responded very quickly. And I thought, did you already watch the video? And he said, yeah. So
nice. So then in this event, you have a Google slide, a video, and a form. Can you show me the form?
Yeah. So I made a link to the form that this is related to her hearing loss. And I can share this form with all kids too. But so she can go in, or they can go in, put their name and start to kind of select some of those skills that maybe they would want to work on. And it gives me a response right back.
Where do the responses go? Can you show me that real quick?
Don't have that pulled up readily available, but I can try while we're talking.
Sorry, yeah, I forgot about that. It goes into a spreadsheet, doesn't it? So it's a little easier to see. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
That's all right. We can look at that later. But that's the nice part, is it just puts it all in a spreadsheet for you. So you're all set for Because you could do like progress monitoring then to see where they're at with all that on one sheet. That's
Correct.
cool.
Yeah, here, I've got it here.
You do. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I filled that out this morning. Thank you. Okay. There's my information. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. So that's how that form and sheet work. Okay, cool. So back to your calendar invite. So on there you have the instructions and then you have the shared PowerPoint that you're working on together.
Yep. And
Nice.
that's where that's what she shares with teachers to advocate for her, letting them know, what she needs for her hearing loss. So that's something that we actually work on face to face. And it's an easy transition, something that we're already working on that she can work on her own as well.
That's really cool. So I'm just wondering, how hard was this to set up for you? Did it take a lot of work or did it?
It took me, I would say, honestly, probably less than 10 minutes to set up the Google form, because my Google form, that was just from a piece of paper that I was going to bring to the student that we were going to work on together. So I created a Google form to that. That took me maybe less than 10 minutes. The Google Calendar invite was super fast.
Yeah.
That was kind of one of the first times that I was able to create a recording. And after doing it, I love it. I can see myself using it more and more just beyond distance learning. It was really neat. So it really didn't take too much time to set up the calendar invite. Okay. It was more some of those other little pieces, just putting it into a digital form. So
the student, as long as they have access to their Google account, a Google Calendar, and their email, one of those, they're going to be able to find everything you want them to look at instead of saying, go find it in your drive, and then you lose your student.
Yeah, that was my biggest piece of trying to do it this way. Everything was all together. And yes, I didn't want it to get lost in a Google Drive and shared with me and all those options. I liked it all there together. So. Well,
nice job. That is a definite distance learning win. So way to go there, Melissa.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the interview, and keep on keeping on out there.
Thank you. Yeah, you too.
See ya. This is always so awkward, this part. There we go. Done.